above the tape.
Above the table.
Yep, so we don't knock those off.
Understood.
Cool.
Got it.
All right. How's your con going?
Great.
This is your, how many Fan Expos have you done now?
This is my first Fan Expo ever.
Fan Expo.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Thank you.
The Canadians are pretty good, right?
You guys are great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is my hometown, so I'm a little biased.
Oh, well, it's a great town. Thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Thank you.
So before we start, is there anything that you want to talk about quickly? Maybe a crazy experience that you've had on set with Gotham? Because I'm sure everybody's here for... Who's here for OC? Who's here for Gotham? Okay, Gotham wins. We'll start with a story from Gotham.
I don't know. There was a lot of passion on both sides. Oh, God. We're in the middle of filming season 3, which airs 2 weeks from tomorrow, September 19th, on CTV here, right? I think, yeah. And it's going really, really well. I can't really pick one story, but it's pretty amazing.
Christmas was not a good thing. I just wondered if you yourself are a holiday fan, if you have holiday traditions, or you really love Christmas or anything like that.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I like that question. I am a holiday fan. Yeah. Ryan, I guess, wasn't because he had. I guess his family life wasn't too. Yeah, his memories weren't too great, as I remember anyway from the show. It's hard for me to remember now. I dig it. I particularly like Thanksgiving and having a meal and making it all about the meal and food and family and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Superman.
Thanksgiving. Applause. Superman.
Hey Ben,
Hey, buddy.
big fan of the show, Gotham I mean.
Thank you.
And the second, no.
Alright, I'll work on that.
And the question is, if the purge was happening in Gotham, do you think Jim would be able to survive that?
Whoa. I think the purge is sort of always happening in Gotham. I feel like it's like there is no such thing as like the purge because it's always going on. I think Jim can survive pretty much anything, you know, at the end of the day. Well, first of all, GCPD. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have no idea how much I practiced that in the mirror before shooting the pilot. What's great about the show is that, most series you see like your hero rise and rise and rise, and like it's his journey, his or her journey through a complicated whatever the setting of the show is. In our case, Gotham is marking, Jim Gordon's rise up the ranks of the GCPD is marked by the descent of Gotham into anarchy, and the anarchy that ultimately needs a Batman. So the world around him is constantly going downhill. And I think, getting back to your question about the purge, like it is actually going to become kind of like that, even in this season. At the end of season 2, you saw the monsters escape from Hugo Strange's laboratory. In season 3, we pick up and they're running through the streets. And so it's pretty much like the purge. Thank you.
Hello there.
Hey, man.
So here's my question. How did it feel playing Commissioner Gordon before he actually is Commissioner Gordon?
Good. Really good. Yeah, no, I was a fan of the live action Adam West series way back when. Yeah, used to watch that in the afternoons on rerun in Texas growing up, and into the Biff Pow Bang kind of stuff. Obviously, we're making a slightly different show, but I remember the commissioner from back then, Pat Hingle, I think it was, and this is an opportunity to recreate the character and make the character obviously younger, but also sort of have the audience follow his journey. We're following Bruce as well, of course, but it's really seen through Gordon's eyes. So it was an opportunity to really to take an iconic character that had never been explored before at this age. So it was a real treat to be offered the part. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Woo! Thank you. Hi. Me and my dad love your show, by the way. We watch it every week.
Oh, thanks.
I actually got to see Robin last year.
Yeah.
So my question's kind of a little bit like his.
I always noticed that Ryan was always near water when he was really sad,
by the pool, by the beach, it was raining. So we were wondering if
He's
that
an
was something
Aquarius,
you guys
or-
thought of, or is that something you do in your own life?
You guys pick up on the craziest stuff.
That's really interesting. I mean,
He
Top-
had no idea.
topographically, it would be difficult for him to be next to anything else. Like the mountains are kind of far away, and the desert is kind of far away. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he's looking out at sea, having deep thoughts. That's what he does.
Water's peaceful.
Water's peaceful and serene and reminds you of eternity. And you can get pretty metaphysical about it, but he's, Ryan is a soulful guy. Yeah. Sure. That was a great question. I've never gotten that question before. That was cool. Oh yeah, definitely got to make sure you film they ask another question. There you go. Okay.
Hi there. My
Hi.
name is Stephen. It's good to hear. I was actually at the Stan Lee Q&A before. I didn't have a chance to ask my question, unfortunately, but
I'll
it's
answer it.
great
No,
to-
ask your Stanley question to me. I'll answer it. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I love your work as Jim Gordon on the Gotham show. Like, he's a serious, tough, intelligent guy, but he's
You asked this to
good
Stan
words.
Lee? This is a strange question.
Okay, so just my question is, obviously, well, first of all, I asked you, when I was getting your autograph, I asked you about Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. You said maybe, just so you guys know. My question for you right now is, I know you can't tell us anything about the next season, but what would you like to do going on in Gotham?
Well, in terms of Batgirl, yeah, there's always a possibility of her existence, emergence, creation. I can't say anything more than that.
I'm very curious of what your Stan Lee question was. I want you to answer it.
Yeah, sure.
You want me to ask my Stanley question? Okay. Well, I was going to thank him for all the work he's done.
Sure.
Yeah,
No problem.
and I was going to ask, like, where he gets all his energy to, like, keep going to these things year after year. How he manages
Except
to
from
do
Batman.
it.
Thank you for asking. Stan Lee gets his energy to go to these conventions through sheer force of will. He's just a hard-working dude, from what I understand. So yeah, you're welcome, Stan. Wait, you got another question? All right. Oh no, thank you, man, thank you.
Hi. Since when you play Commissioner Gordon, you always have like a very intimidating voice for men, and then makes women parts tingle when you talk. My question is.
You know this?
My question is like, well, that's why your legs are crossed, right? So, do you ever bring it out in real life, that character? Does Commissioner Gordon ever go?
I'll just keep my tutu open.
Does Commissioner Gordon ever go out, like, order a Big Mac in that voice that you do?
Order a Big Mac in order to get the girl behind the counter to, I mean, what's the, what? Boy. Yeah, well, you know, Jim walks around with the same voice to the McDonald's, and orders the Big Mac. You know, I was trying out different registers when I was practicing, and I thought, JCPD didn't really have the same resonance. I don't know how to answer this. Get me out of here. Get me out of this question. Anyway, thank you for your flattery of my voice, my vocal register, and I'll leave it at that.
I feel like I should open my legs now.
I think you should keep them closed, actually. Yeah.
You made things awkward, thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Please save us.
Ryan Atwood or Jim Gordon?
Oh,
Well, first of all, where's your daughter? Where is she? Hey, congratulations, first expo. You having fun? Yeah, sure. Just standing up. Yeah. Jim Gordon wins in that fight. I mean, most practically speaking, because he has a gun. But also, yeah, he's a man and a cop and a war hero, and he wins. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Great question. Great hair.
Hi, I'm Ian, and it's good to meet you, Ben Mckenzie. It's an honor.
Thank you.
To meet. I have my one question. It's regarding with the show of Gotham. May I ask, what is the time setting of that Gotham show? Like at least approximate.
Right. Well, excuse me. We get asked the question a lot. The way I like to think of it is Gotham is obviously not our world, right? It's the same laws of gravity and physics apply, but it's not the universe that we occupy. It's basically a parallel, fictional setting. So there is